Good morning, everybody. You already know it's the Wednesday Motivation Business and Empowerment Call with your girl, Talandia Hammond, a.k.a. Sue Helm, baby. And I'm excited as I am on every Wednesday to be alive and well, but more so excited that you guys are tuning in every Wednesday and coming back for this call at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You know, as I always tell you on every call, you could be anywhere in the world. You could be listening to any person or doing whatever you like, but I'm so happy that you always dedicate 15, 20, 30 minutes of your day to me on Wednesdays. And I'm doing something a little different here. You know, I used to do calls at night, and I would have guests, and I've done radio shows and had guests. But this is a first, ladies and gentlemen. This is a first. We've got an actual guest on the line today, and she's going to be bringing it, like never before. And I just felt that it was only fitting that I put her on today because what we're going to talk about today is just the prelude of some awesome training that is coming up tonight. Well, actually later on this afternoon at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But before we get into that, let's do some housekeeping. Let's get all this stuff out of the way so we can get into the meat and potatoes. Just want to say, guys, please join us every Wednesday, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for the call here. We talk about business and motivation, empowerment, and helping you to live, love, learn, and laugh. You know, get about the business of living purposely. And again, we may just entertain the idea of bringing on guests periodically, but nonetheless, today, without further ado, I do want to introduce to some and present to others. Isn't that what they say in church?
Yeah.
None other than the dynamic Terry Clay. And I say Terry Clay is dynamic, and I can use that adjective and it's really, really truthful because Terry is my coach. Terry is the one who actually got me started with blogging and learning more about internet marketing. And it was crazy because I don't even know how we became friends on Facebook, but I just started seeing all this stuff with her blogs and how she was ranking videos, and her blogs was on Google page 1. And I'm like, wait a minute. This girl is getting mad exposure, from blogging and doing videos. And so, you know how it is, guys. I tell you this on the calls all the time. We see stuff 5 to 7 times before we actually take action. Well, I kept seeing Terry with a new post. Well, I just ranked this post on Google page 1. Well, I just ranked this new video on page 1. I'm like, oh. I was like, this girl is on fire. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to check out who this Terry Clay chick is, this Terry Clay making a way type chick. I said, let me check her out because she's doing some explosive things. And what I like about it is she's showing me the proof. She's showing, she's doing and she's showing the proof. And so I got connected with Terry. And actually, I think before we got connected, Terry, you were actually on my radio show, weren't you? Or
yes, I was.
Yeah, she was on my radio show. She had written a book, and I was looking for guests, and she had this awesome book from Fab to Fierce. I always get it messed up, Terry. Say it
from Fab to Fierce.
I was saying it right, yes. So from Fab to Fierce, and she had this, explosive book. And so I wanted to interview her, and when I interviewed her, I was just blown away. And Terry will share a little bit about her life story. But I was just blown away. And so I don't know, somehow or another we became friends on Facebook, and I started following her, and I was just looking at all the success that she was having with internet marketing and blogging and creating products and whatnot. And so she actually became my coach, and I actually learned a lot under Terry's tutelage. And now today, man, it's amazing. We actually work together on creating different products and doing different webinars, and she's got her own podcast. And, Terry, I'll let you go into more about what you do, and then we will actually get into today's call about why it's important to brand yourself and why it's important for you to create products, because creating your own products is a way of branding yourself, and it ensures that you have revenue coming in all the time. You don't have to worry about a business going out of business because it's you. You are the entity. So, Terry, tell them a little bit more about yourself. You can even share your story, how you got into internet marketing and doing the things that you love, and then we'll go full speed ahead. And I guess we'll do a little question and answer. You know how we do it. We'll just go with that. So, guys, I wanted to bring you in so hard. So, guys, get ready for my girl. I call her Terry Clay making a way. Give it up for the author, the internet marketer, the blogger, the course creator, the coach, whatever you need type of lady. Y'all, give it up for Terry Clay.
Thanks so much, Sue, for having me. I appreciate it.
Girl, I just felt moved to have you. I really did.
Yeah.
So you made history here. You made history. You're the first guest.
Oh, that's awesome. I like that. Like to be the first. But yeah, my story is if I'm new to if people are new to Terry Clay, and I mean technically my story I really, my story started. It didn't really start this way. I didn't really intend on being here in this business type of thing. I actually was a nurse by trade, and I had 4 kids by the time I was 21 years old. Survivor of domestic violence by 21, and I'm raised in a family full of college graduates, and their whole message is go to college, and no problem. There's nothing wrong with college, okay? If that's what is in you to go, do it. It's for you. But the thing is, it's not for everybody. And I still went to college, became a nurse, hated my job within 3 months. And I was like, oh, my gosh, what is the heck am I going to do? Because I was going to go be a nurse practitioner and all the stuff that I thought was fancy, for a job. And I thought, I went through a state of depression, and I'm telling you, I did not know I was going to be here. But one thing I do know is I asked God to help me find my purpose. And when you ask God to help you do something, because God does not lie, He will take you on this journey to what you asked Him for. Mm-hmm. And it may not come when you want it, but it'll come on time. It'll come eventually. And really, I had my own radio show. I started helping people to find their own purpose. And that was my message for a minute. And there was, and I did really want people to find their purpose. And I still was passionate about people finding their purpose, because everybody doesn't have to go to college. It might be, they might be going to, have their, going to hair school. Or, it's all a different, everybody has a different purpose in life. So I wanted people to find that. And then I stopped doing that. I did write my own book, From Fab to Fierce. You can check that out on Amazon. And eventually I got into the line of online marketing. And what happened, really, I kind of think what happened was I lost everything I owned. I lost my house, my car. I lost everything. I lived in an abandoned building after all this journey, and I ended up having a suitcase, a pillow, a blanket, and my laptop. That's it. Oh. And I knew that I really, and I was a motivational speaker, and I kind of got into doing videos because I lost my car, and I lived in an area with no bus service. So how could I be a speaker, a paid speaker, without a car or without being able to get anywhere? So what I decided to do was get on a video camera. I got in front of my laptop, and I started doing videos. That's how I got into videos. But guess what? I did not have a clue as to how to set up videos, how to position myself to be found. So I was really just doing videos, and let me tell you something, doing a whole lot of work getting people to see the videos. Just keep posting on Facebook, posting, and doing all this extra work that I really did not have to do if I had learned SEO. And SEO is search engine optimization, and that's a long process. But the point is, I could have, if I had known that, how to position my videos to be found. Mm-hmm. If I had known how to do that, I could have just organic exposure to my videos. So the point is, I started doing videos. Let me just tell you how God works. He shut the door with me having a car. He shut the door with me having anything. And I had to do something or make an excuse. And, of course, I am not an excuse maker. I was not going to make an excuse, so I chose to get in front of a video camera. Well, I made a lot of videos, and that's really just how I started doing videos. Well, later on, fast forward, I did get into this company called Empower Network. And that's really how I started doing blogging and how I started getting my videos ranked on the first page of Google and YouTube. And the same ranking, the same information that I used to rank the blogs, it finally dawned on me you could use the exact same exposure to rank your videos and put your videos on the front. So all of a sudden, I was mostly doing social media marketing and stuff like that. And I thought, man, the world is so much bigger than social media. If I could just learn how to rank my videos and the blogs and put myself on, and all of a sudden I can get my videos on the first page, right? My blogs are on the first page of Google, right? So if they're there, when people are punching in a question, which I do it all the time, and I know everybody on this call. If you're on the computer, you punch in some sort of question looking for something, and that's what it's all about. You figure out how to punch in that question, and people are going to find you. So I started getting this exposure to my blogs and to my videos that was well beyond anything that I could imagine, because it was the world at my fingertips. The first page of Google, and imagine how many people are seeing your stuff. Now you just got to get there, learn the information, and started just kind of learning everything I knew about ranking. I still am learning. I still am not stopped, because you should be a forever learner. If your coach is not a forever learner, you're not. You don't want that coach. So I'm definitely. That's really, I guess, I kind of fast forward my story, but that's really how I got started on the online business, and actually branded myself and creating products as well.
You know what's funny is I listened to your story, and I've heard your story several times, but today I heard it in such a different way. I heard you say all I had was my laptop, and it's funny that's the only thing that you were left with, and yet that was probably the most important thing that you needed to get started in your next leg in this journey of life into your actual purpose, fulfilling your actual purpose, because that laptop is what happens to put you into millions of homes, just from your laptop, even though you had lost all your other material possessions. So I just thought that was just phenomenal, because it is amazing how when you are in the valley, how God still has you with the right tools that you need to dig yourself up out of the dungeon. You know what I'm saying? If you open your eyes and you're receptive to it. Now I want to go into this, Terry, because you led into branding. Let me ask you something. How important do you think it is to brand yourself, more so than to brand an opportunity or another business?
I think it's more important to brand you, because you're like, say if you're in another company and you're promoting that company, for example, that company could go out of business, but you're always going to be there. So technically, if you brand yourself as the expert of whatever, your expert is, because everybody has all sorts of niches, all sorts of, products and things that they do, so that I can't put you in a box with that. But when you brand yourself, you're always going to be there, and you're always going to push yourself. Even if you have a business yourself and it goes out of business, remember, people are going to remember your successes. They're going to remember you. And so I always say brand you and bring yourself first, and then, that I'm just saying that it's important just to brand yourself, because you're always going to be there.
Oh, absolutely. And I think you're 100% accurate, because when you look at celebrities, I think celebrities are the epitome of what branding really is, because otherwise, why would these companies endorse them? Pay them to huge endorsement dollars, because the celebrities themselves are a brand. So it's like if they want to endorse a telephone, they can do that. They want to endorse a sneaker, they can do that. They can endorse several different products at the same time, for the simple fact that people follow people. Mm-hmm. So if Terry Clay is established herself as a brand that is trustworthy, and that she's on the cutting edge, and that she knows what she's talking about, as soon as Terry Clay opens her mouth and says, use this product, or, I just created a product that does X, Y, and Z, then your followers are going to take you at your word, because you've already presented yourself as a credible person who renders great products that actually deliver incredible results. You see what I'm saying? So
exactly. I
totally concur with you. It is important to brand yourself. And
let me say this real quick. Last night I was on a coaching call with one of my clients, and I was talking to her about Nicki Minaj, and I was telling her about branding and how Nicki Minaj, if you check her out, Nicki Minaj branded herself as this person who dressed wild and crazy and blonde hair and just all kind of crazy stuff. Mm-hmm. And once she blew up, guess what Nicki did? She went back to the regular look.
Yeah, exactly.
Girl's good. Exactly. She went back to her regular look. But did you see what she did first? She branded herself and made herself just something that was just out there. Nobody else had that look. She just wild and crazy. But that's the key with branding is once you get yourself known, you can go back to doing whatever. She's still Nicki Minaj, but she's huge now, right?
Exactly, and I think that I'm glad you brought that point up because I think that with branding, we're ever evolving. So just because you start out some type of way doesn't mean you have to remain that way because truly you should be growing and evolving. And when you brought up Nicki Minaj, it made me think about Puff Daddy. Because Puff Daddy started out in the shiny suits, dancing and everything. And it's like now today this man is worth, $750 million, and you don't see him in shiny suits and dancing all over the place, But still, when you hear the name Puff Daddy, P. Diddy, Sean Combs, he's already created that brand to where it's like, oh, whatever this dude says, let's do it. If this guy says he wants to start a TV network, okay, boom, let's do it. Whatever. He's promoting vodka. If P. Diddy says that Ciroc is it, let's buy it. But, nobody remembers the shiny suit dancing producer, beside Biggie Small. All they know is his brand is just top notch. And if he puts his word on it, then boom, that's what it is. So it is totally important to brand yourself. Now let's get into why is it important to create your own products?
Well, I mean, the thing about it is if you're a person that has invested in yourself and you have learned something, you can teach something. And technically, that's what it's all about.
Terry, for emphasis, say that one more time.
I said if you can learn, if you have invested in yourself and you have paid to learn something, then you can teach something. It's just that simple. Just that simple. And the thing about it is, that's what your money is. That's it. You learn some. I don't know if you heard the saying, learn some, do some, teach some. That's it. That's what your own product is. You learn something from somebody else, and you most likely invest in yourself. If you go to college, that's investing in yourself. Some kind of way you learn, you took a course from somebody else, that becomes your education. You now can teach the course. Mm-hmm. Okay, you don't have to. Oh, I paid this course from somebody else. That's their information. No, now it's your information. And once you invest in yourself, then technically you can now get paid with your own products because now you've learned something and now you can teach something. So that's important and it's not hard to do.
No, it isn't. Speaking from two ladies that have created multiple products and have actually generated thousands online from products. Matter of fact, I have a new product that I just created, my T-shirt course that teaches people how to create T-shirts and actually launch T-shirt campaigns as well as create their own T-shirt store online. And I got to tell you, we've been having phenomenal results from the people that have bought the course. And the thing is, what I want to say to people is, it took me, I think, about 5 to 6 hours one day. Well, first let me say this, guys. When God gives you an urge to do something, do it, okay, because you never know where it will lead. Well, I had this strong urge to just create this T-shirt course. I don't know why, guys. I'm in the middle of running for political office. I got 1,000 things going on, but I couldn't sleep the night before, right? And so I was like, okay, well, I have the knowledge because I've created my own T-shirt line at least a year ago. So got up the next morning, took me 5 to 6 hours to lay it all down and put the course out there. And I will tell you this, in less than 7 days, we made $388 from the course. So something that took me 6 hours to do, I netted $388 in less than a week, guys. And I don't know where you're from, but I know where I am. There are people without jobs, and there are people that have jobs and still don't even come close to making $388 in less than a week off of 6 hours worth of work. And here's the thing I want to say before I go into my next question for you, Terry, is, guys, you create something once and you sell it over and over and over and over again. And, Terry, let me ask you this. If you're creating your own products, would you also say that that is helping to brand yourself, to establish you as an expert?
Exactly, and it's branding yourself, especially if you keep putting out products that are, like you said, you put out a T-shirt line, people are going to start saying, oh, Sue knows how to make money. Sue knows how to do this. Sue knows how to do that, because you're branding yourself as an expert, as somebody who knows how to virtually create products and make money. So that's going to teach whoever, because the person on this call may not have a T-shirt line. They may not be what you want to do, but whatever your thing is, you keep creating products. People are going to start saying, "Oh, this person knows, how to make it happen," whatever that is,
Okay, so then it is safe to say, because I know that you and I did a topic on this, it is safe to say that you can get paid for what you know.
Yes, exactly. You're going to get paid for what you know. if you put it in a product. And the key is you got to take the action to do what it is that you got to do, because a lot of times people, they sit there, have the information, or they're afraid they're afraid that they can't do it, or I don't know enough. The only way me and Sue have even done it is because we've taken the action to do. It doesn't mean we might make a mistake, we might not do it perfectly. So what? You got to try, and that's how you win. You got to take the action. So that's what it's all about.
Well, Terry, I like the fact about taking the action. And guys, those of you that are on this call, and we can't stay too long on this call because Terry has her own call that she does every day, Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. And I do want to open up the call to some questions, but I want to say this. She's right. Take action and make your products, because even if your product is not the best, your customers will actually let you know. And this is how they will let you know. They'll send you an inbox, or they'll send you an email and ask you a specific question that you may not have covered in that course. Now, what you can do at that time, guys, is go back and revise the course. But don't let the fact that you feel, I don't have enough, I don't know enough, stop you from creating that product. Create the product and then continue to add to it and make it better and better. Matter of fact, Terry has some explosive products out there, and I know she's got a product that she's about to release that's going to teach people how to kill it on getting mad exposure with videos. And, she, like she said, we apply the learn, do, and then teach. We learn it, we do it to make sure it works so that we can become experts, and then we teach it. And really, to me, I don't know for Terry, but when I teach it, I become more of an expert, because now I'm presented with questions, that I have. If I don't know the answer, I'm compelled to find that answer to it. So now I know even more. But, Terry, what I would like you to do is just tell them about a couple of explosive products that you have right now and how they work, and then we'll get into telling them about our webinar tonight, and then we'll open it up for maybe 5 minutes of questions, if that's okay with you, because I know you got a call coming up at 10 a.m.
Right. Well, I got I have my product, Viral Video Domination Code. And what Viral Video Domination Code? It's just a video marketing course for people who, like I told you, when I started doing videos, I just got in front of the camera, took some videos, and then I had to do all this hustle work of how to get my videos exposed. Well, on the other hand, you don't have to do that. You can learn search engine optimization, keyword production. I mean, you can learn all sorts of things to position yourself to be found. When you position yourself to be found, guess what? Then you have all these other people that are finding you because you're in position. The other thing, I did a test this week. I known this tool, this trick before, but I hadn't been using it, and I'm actually going to add this to my course. But my fan page has gotten 2 million reaches, 2 million in a reach, post reach in 3 or 4 days. I had 546 likes off one video. What? Okay, so that means that my posts have reached 2 million people in 4 days. I decided, okay, we're going to teach that in the course. We're going to show you, guess what, because of that one video, my blog rankings have hit 1,600 people. My blog is only about 4 weeks old. My blog had only been getting about 100 people a day, which is not bad because it's the new blog. My blog, if you see the analytics, and I may post this later today, you'll see it's an arrow, a straight line, and then all of a sudden, when that video went out, whoop, it goes all the way up because it went from 100 people a day to 1,600, and then I couldn't see yesterday's thing, but I know it went higher to like 2,000 views to my blog because I know it came from the video that was on my fan page. It made me have so much exposure to my site. So, but it's if you learn some, you can do some and teach some. So technically, taking my course, it's just $47, and we're going to do the course in the live version. And because what I'm going to do is I'm going to teach you personally, open Q&A. It's actually almost ready to be released in the recorded version. But what I decided to do is add the live version, have people on the call or on the recording, and then they will have the Q&A session as part of the package. So virtually you're going to get, for $47, it's going to be a group coaching. You're going to learn all the ins and outs of video marketing, how to position yourself to be found, how to get that fan page reach from videos. Oh, my gosh, that was something so easy. You all wouldn't believe some of this stuff, but it's all about educating yourself. If you educate yourself, you will grow and level in leaps and bounds. So that's my product that's coming out now.
And that's video domination, right?
Yeah, and that course is July the 7th. We'll be doing that on, like I said, on July 7th. It's probably not going to just be one day because I want to teach you all everything I can. And then, like I said, you all will be the ones. Everybody that gets the live version, the bonus is that you'll get the recorded version. Also, you'll get this. I will show you how to do the same thing with your blog as you're doing with videos, how to get positioned to be found. Because the thing about it is, if you're on first page of Google, first page of YouTube in video and in blog, imagine the exposure, right? So that's what it's all about, getting outside just your box of what your marketing. And let me tell you something about blogging and videos. That stuff is a year later. I got this one video that's had, oh my gosh, I got so many leads off this one video, and I know it's only this one video because I only did it one time, and I'm still getting a year later leads from one video.
Wow.
Hundreds of leads from one video. And every single day I get leads from this video. And that's just one. And I have over 400 videos. So just imagine how that works when you keep accumulating and putting out videos. All right?
And I'm so glad you hone in on the videos because I tell people if you do 5 videos a week, you're already ahead of the game. That's approximately 20 videos a month. And before long, you have a whole arsenal of videos. And why is that important? Because normally, think about it, when you go to a YouTube channel and you watch one person's video and it's an interesting video, you don't leave after that one video. You will sit on their channel and continue to watch all their other videos. Well, if you don't have an arsenal of videos, what are people going to watch? So you're really doing yourself a disservice. You really want to do videos. And like Terry said, our videos work a year, 3 years later. I had somebody find a video from me 3 years ago when I did the Sue Ham show on TV. And they offered me some time on their internet TV show. And like we've both gotten radio interviews, TV interviews from videos. And not only that, I've gotten interviews to, because of blogs that I've done. So it's highly important. And and it's all about branding yourself because people want you. They want to fall in love with your authentic self. But I want to get into really quick in the last 4 or 5 minutes. We're going to open up for questions. And then I also want to tell you guys about a webinar that the great Terry Clay Making a Way. I think that's your tag name I'm going to give you. We're doing tonight, this afternoon at 5 p.m. And here's the great thing. I know some of you guys may say, well, I'm at work. Well, you can listen via your phone or a computer. But if you cannot tune in at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you still should sign up as a registered user because you will get a copy of the recording. And what we want to do tonight is go into detail why it's important for you guys to create your own products and how you can use your own products to essentially brand yourself, to make money for yourself, and just to give your, like Terry loves to say, be a freedom entrepreneur. And we're actually going to go into the why you should do it, and we're going to go into briefly how you can do it. And, just basically, because a lot of people have products, and just basically opening up the mindset of people, because a lot of people say, I don't know how to create stuff. Well, yes, you do. Like Terry said, if you've invested in yourself and gotten education, then you have something that you can get paid for. You have a special gift or special knowledge that you can actually put into some type of format and actually generate revenue from it. And so tonight, that's what we want to do at 5 p.m. on our webinar is actually teach you how to do that and start to generate income. Like I said, Terry's generated thousands from the different products that she's created, and so have I. And most recently, I just created a product less than a week ago. Took 6 hours to create, and I generated $388 and still counting. So we want to invite you guys to our webinar. You can go to Terry's page. Terry, give me your fan page real quick, or your personal page.
It's Terry. Terry is spelled Terril Clay. Or you can look up Terry Clay. So, but it's under Terry L. Clay. So Terril Clay.
Or you can go to Solandia Hammond, Sulondia, Hammond, Hammond, or Sue Ham, and you will see the link to sign up. And I will tell you this, guys. I will say this. We are ready. Well, about 20 minutes ago, we had 50 seats left, only 50 seats left. So if you haven't signed up, you need to sign up. Terry, do you have time for us to take like maybe 2 or 3 questions?
Yeah, sure. Uh-huh.
Okay, guys, if you have any questions or if you have a comment, all you got to do is hit *6, *6. Any questions or comments, don't be shy. You got to come quickly with this because Terry actually does her own call Monday through Fridays at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. So I got to get her off to get prepared for her call. So if you have any questions or comments, hit *6. It could be about the call thus far. It could be about Terry. It could be about our upcoming webinar tonight. Okay, the questions are coming in. Okay, last 4 digits on the phone call is 5304. State your name and your question or your comment.
Hi, good morning, ladies. I love both of you guys. I love Terry Clay. I've been following Terry Clay for a while now, maybe over a year. Sue, I just recently met you through Terry Clay, but I have a branding question if I can.
Sure, awesome, and we love you back.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I love you guys. You guys are just rocking it. I love following Terry. I've been following her for a while. I purchased her course. So Terry, I'm so excited. I cannot wait. But,
I'm glad.
I have a quick branded question because I love what you guys are doing, and I own a natural skincare line, and I'm trying to figure out how I can have that branding that sets me apart from everybody else and just be authentic too and show my personality at the same time.
Okay. So I'll say something first. I would just say be you. You said it in a nutshell. To set yourself apart is to be your authentic self. For me, at one point in time, because I have a crazy sense of humor, but yet I love business. And at one time, I didn't think that people would take me seriously, trying to marry the two, sense of humor plus business. And when I felt like I had to be phony, I felt like I wasn't delivering. But what I came to realize that once I became my authentic self and let my humor shine through as well as let my serious side shine through, people were more receptive to me. And I will say, so be authentic. Number 2 is think outside of the box. If you are questioning yourself on something you should do it. Because if you're saying yes, oh, no, I don't know how they're going to take this, then that means to do it because that means it's totally different and it's outside of your comfort zone. Number 3, you will hear Terry and I harp on this probably until the day we die, videos. And you can be creative. A lot of times you don't even have to be in the videos. Matter of fact, we sell a product called Video FX Maker where you can actually create professional videos and you're not even in the video, but it's a professional video. So so that would be my 3. Be authentic. Do what makes you uncomfortable. Think outside the box. And number 3, videos.
I'm starting that.
Yeah, I would have to agree. Those are definitely authenticity. That's definitely, very important because you're going to attract people from being yourself. They're going to know if you're not being yourself. So definitely be authentic. And of course, you have videos. You'll be taking the course, so you're going to learn.
I can't wait. I cannot wait.
And if I may tag in just another way to brand yourself, because a lot of people I feel have lagged on to us or attached to us because we keep putting out stuff constantly. Be that go-to person. Be that person like I'm the expert with the skincare products. If you've got a question, I'm your gal. I'm your person. You don't even have to come and ask me. I'm going to go ahead and try to be a mind reader. So what I mean by that is I'm going to put out tips that I know that people are searching for. And here's how you can become a great mind reader. Go to Google and start typing in questions, and you'll see what people are searching for. Go to YouTube, and you can do the same thing. And then what you want to do is come back to your social media or to your blogs or to your website, and hey, here are these tips. It's almost like you were reading people's minds because you're going out and doing the research, and they feel like, oh, my God, she's reading my mind. And just do that. And, of course, you can also brand yourself with calls like these and webinars. So.
I just created a webinar, so I'm excited about that. It's going to be an online webinar. Yeah, almost completed.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you for your question. Okay, we had another question in the queue. I don't know what happened. I don't know if they fell off or what. But at this time, guys, if you have a question or a comment, *6, *6, question or comment. So, Terry, while we'll give them another 2 minutes, but anything you want to say as far as what people can look forward to tonight, to tonight's webinar at 5 p.m.?
Yeah, I mean, just to definitely learn the benefits of creating your own products, because it's really, I think some people are afraid, or they think that's why I mentioned that before, that they have to be this perfect person, or they got to know this right, and you don't. I mean, you just don't have to do that. And the thing, let me tell you this, it does not cost money, that much money. You can start off with a very low budget, next to no budget, and have your own product. Because this is a digital age. It's not like it's that hard. Stuff can come to you, or you can do, like you said, a webinar. My course is virtually a webinar on where I'll show my screen, and that's the product. So think about what you can promote, and it's not going to cost that much money to do that. And we can show you, some things in our course of how to do that. So.
Awesome. So, guys, make sure you get registered for the free webinar tonight at 5 p.m. We have one more question, and then we're going to hear closing remarks from Terry L. Clay. Okay, caller, last four are 8777. 9311. I just had to say that.
How are you doing, Terry?
Hey.
This is Devlin. I have an idea, and it's I realized that I needed a service done, and then it occurred to me that other people could benefit from this. And so I wanted to do an event locally, and I realized that I needed to get other people involved in my community opposed to just me doing this service. My only problem is with that is like how much to charge. I really didn't want to charge the vendors to throw the event, but more so kind of set it up for the people that would be attending the event. However, I realized that I would have to do a smaller prototype for, like, let's say 10 to 15 people. How would I go about doing the pricing for this type of event?
Have you seen that type of event anywhere? Or is this
it's creative. I've seen it on a larger scale. But I don't know really how much the price would be. I have spoken to people here, and they really are very interested in having an event like that because they haven't seen one like this anywhere.
Okay. I know when I used to have my own events, I kind of looked and see what other people were doing.
Mm-hmm.
You could kind of do, even if it is on a larger scale, you could still kind of see like what the cost is, what they're doing, and then kind of, you did successfully is clues. So, if you see people that are being successful and you really don't know, you can kind of just do some research and see what other people are doing and kind of brand yours around that. If you think because you're new, maybe cut the cost a little bit. But, I used to do my own events. I did a tour around a vision board party tour, and I did most of. I didn't have a pricing because I never had really heard of anybody doing it. I just kind of knew that people did networking events. So since they did somewhat like networking events, and I knew they were charging XYZ for that, I just kind of made up a price, and it did work. I didn't have to change the price or something like that. So sometimes you just have to try it, and see what happens. Especially if you're the creator of the thing, you can just see what's out there that's kind of like it, and then kind of just, adjust it around like that.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Sure.
Yeah, I totally concur with that, Terry, because a lot of times when you're an out-of-box thinker or you have an out-of-the-box event, you're not going to really have anything to compare it to that aligns perfectly, but you can look at something that comes close to it. And then like you said, the trial and error period. But then you can also set up and look at what your expenses are and what you need to make to either break even or make a profit. And in my case, I'm done with that breaking even, phase in my life. I'm looking to make a profit. So, those are just some great tips. But we have got to get Ms. Terry Clay off this call because she has another call that she has coming up that she does every morning. Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And not only that, we have to get ready for our 5 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time webinar that is going to teach you how to create your own products and get paid for it. But before we go, Terry, I would like for you to give them your contact info and any closing words that you'd like to leave with the audience.
Okay. So if you want some information on how to dominate the market with video marketing, this is the link for to sign up for the course, and it's called Viral-Video-Domination-Code.Eventbrite. And let me tell you something. If that's too long, just hit me up on Facebook, and I can send you the link. And I am Terry L. Clay. You also can check out my website, successwithterry.com. If you're an entrepreneur or want to be, I'm telling you, there's so many tools and tricks, and I do a blog post to help every single day, and as well as my podcast that actually is on in about 18 minutes. And let me see if I can find the phone number real quick. It's 712, and as soon as I found the phone number, the page changed, so hold on. It's 712-432-0075, and the access code is 951133. So if you check that out, and you can get on my call. And today we're talking about the importance of investing in yourself. Actually, me and Sue are going to Vegas, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about that on my call, about why we're going to invest in ourselves and how it's going to help you create your own content and products to invest in yourself. So stay tuned to that. Get on the other call, and then you can hear about how you can blow up by investing in yourself and attending events and stuff like that.
Absolutely, absolutely. Terry, man, I tell you, for the first time, you made it great, baby. Thank you for being Thank you for being our first guest on our Wednesday morning calls, man. I'm telling you, I don't even want to hang up, but I know you got other obligations here. But thank you so much. You're always a wealth of knowledge, and I'm always excited to call you my coach and credit you for getting me going with the internet marketing thing, just going deeper into it. And I'm excited to now be working with you and creating new products and helping other people become freedom entrepreneurs. Muchos gracias. I don't know if that's right, but thank you. Thank you.
Thanks for having me. I've had a blast.
Awesome, awesome. Guys, make sure you tune in every Wednesday morning, Eastern Standard Time, 9 a.m., right here to this call where we're going to bring great motivation, great empowerment, and great business tips to help you get your business to the next level. Join Terry Clay at 10 a.m. on her call. She just gave you that information. And then, again, sign up. We have less than 50 seats now, less than 50 seats for our webinar tonight at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is going to teach you why and how you should create products and get paid for them, okay? Get paid for what you know. Get paid for what you know. We're actually going to tell you how to do that. So, guys, thank you for tuning in. We didn't lose not one person. We're going to get this uploaded rather quickly, this recording, so you can go back and listen to it over and over. And more importantly, you can share it with someone else and help them. So please blast it all over your Facebook page. Send it to an email. Give people the callback number, have them listen to it, and you guys get signed up for that course. And check out Terry Clay. That's Terri with an I, Terry L. Clay on Facebook, and let her help you take your videos to another world, dominate it. So, guys, see you back next Wednesday at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And until then, remember to live, love, learn, and laugh. Don't quit. Follow your dreams to success. And remember, Sue Helm, baby, is loving you to life.